Hello there. This is the week 4 video a month. And today we will look on the wall of progress. We will go through the pictures of the week 4 and we will talk a little bit about the lessons from the week 4 and the lessons from the first month. Let's go. Okay, this is the wall of progress. This is the first month of the daily pictures. I've skipped a few days, 2 or 3 probably. In the beginning it was the 7 days week, but then I've switched to the 5 days week because I really need 2 days to record the big YouTube videos and have some rest and to rethink and the plan next week. It's really helpful. And I can suggest to you, if you're pushing these marathons, something like this, to have some rest on the weekend. But this wall and this progress and having these notes for myself daily, like what I'm doing good, what I'm doing bad, have them like have time and place to reflect on stuff what I'm making. It was really great, and have these pictures, think how much progress I've done. It's like all day in front of me. It's really great and inspiring and keep me stay on track. Even if I like skip the day, next day I like, okay, I should do whatever it takes to keep doing that. Okay, and this is a day 20 sketch. It was a work with the reference. Here's the reference. And I've tried to build this out using this black and white technique in balancing the shadows and the lights from this picture without the grays. And it was quite hard, but it was interesting. And after that, I find out a little bit of time to play around with colors. It was so cool and so funny because you can fill it out, play with the like silhouette and how the light works, and like maybe it's like super dramatic, strong light, or you can put them like color balancing, etc. Or you can play around with some additional colors on the background and stuff and get this super dramatic effects. Ooh, let me turn this down. Like something like that. It was really interesting. It's kind of cheap and easy, but you can get a lot of interesting results. And I will definitely play around with colors a little bit later, but it was kind of self-teasing of these things, and I really want to touch colors a little bit. Okay, day 21, and probably before I've skipped 1 day and 1 day after, but important rule is to try not skip a practice twice in a row. If you skip a day, just do anything to do at least something on the next day, and this way you will achieve at least 50% of results. And this day I was like super tired with the foggy brain. I sat down, started to just doing the weird flying, like super easy flying heads, playing around with some like tusks or something. And then I start build the more and more this portrait more and more, adding the horns and the beard. And then I get this idea of the contract with the demon, and the whole story starts to build in my head. And I think, oh, okay, what if this dude makes some type of contract or deal with a demon and he's become a demonic tree-ish dude? Maybe he tried to get immortality, like super simple thing, and he get this but in some like different way what he expect probably. And it was so cool and inspiring because I was like tired and don't have creative juices to build something. But when you believe in the process and keep pushing this thing, I really think the magic will happen, because many times when I go through this tiredness and do something, I've got these very interesting insights and some like small stories, small victories, and I kind of really like these few sketches, and I like this story, and maybe I will build something later from it. And this is a day 22 when I decided to start to apply this technique and this type of sketches to kind of production pipeline, how I will use this on the like real project or something like this, and is it useful and manageable to go to like build the process through these sketches. And I start with the super simple sketch, then get the back view of this dude, then invest a little bit more time and effort to build the design and like clarify it on the back view a little bit, and some symbols sketches to just like finish this idea. And I think it was super useful and interesting. And as you can see here, I'm trying to learn my lessons from the day 16. If you go back in time and look on that, when I've made a few super quick sketches and do not invest in them too much, like very similar to this first one, I think, and I've made a few notes for myself and my self feedback to like, oh, maybe this is a great way to start with an idea, and then to clarify this a little bit more, push it a little bit more, and if I like it, I can invest even more and more time in that. But try to achieve a nice final result in each step. And I think this is a great way to do so. This is how I applying my own knowledge, the stuff what I found in the process to like next steps. And I think this is the most important lessons what I and maybe you can learn from this type of projects. When you find something and then a little bit later you can find a way how to apply this and improve your own work. And this was really nice because this sketch kind of cool but unfinished. But if you look on this one, this little bit cleaner, you can understand some details like the close look at the clothes, this piece of armor look cleaner. We can understand, oh, this is an axe on his back and a sword in his hand. And we can add some colors here and it will be pretty nice and finished sketch. Maybe I should focus more on the frontal views, but overall I like how this technique is developed, and I think it's like probably develop a lot of time but others, but it's super important to find this for yourself, to learn these lessons through your own work and your own understanding, because it's super important to build your own technique for yourself and understand how it works, and does it like works efficiently for you or not just like copying the stuff of others. Even if you like find the same lessons from that, it's super important to go through that. The way it's more important than the result. Okay, this was week 4 and the first month of this daily practice, almost daily practice, and what lessons we can learn from that. Lesson number 1, daily practice is super hard. And to keep yourself and myself on track, visual tracker and something what like inspire you and show you your progress is super important. As example, wall behind me. This thing really helps me because I can see my track, see my progress. I want to keep this momentum and see how many things and I've made, lesson learned, and how I can improve the things what I'm doing, and observation of this progress This is the thing what really inspires me and keep me on track. Lesson number 2 is try not to skip this practice twice in a row. If you need to skip the day, it's okay. Try to do something on the next day to keep yourself on track, keep yourself on this, flow and momentum, because it will help you dramatically to keep pushing and keep build up this the pile of art and the pile of anything what you focusing on, and it will inspire you to continue. Lesson number 3, and this is super important for myself personally. When you start some project like this, you can think, oh, this is not super important, what I'm doing, what it's for, but it's so cool when in the process, I kind of have my goals and ideas when I want to build inside my art and share it, but I have my doubts too. But when in the process, specifically we've talked about this today on the week 4, I found some knowledge and experience from the previous weeks and combine this on the new thing what I'm making, and I can clean up the process this way, make this type of sketch, then apply this technique, how I can clarify this, and then I will introduce some colors, render and stuff. And when you see how your lessons, how your experience, what you've got, starts to really work together with your ideas, with your self-feedback, and how you're oh, now I really feel it, I really can manage it and control it. And this is how experience works, and I think this is so important to keep pushing and to get these fruits of your own grind and work and progress, and this so delighting moment, and it's so cool. Next lesson is self-feedback and the clear focus. I think we can combine these two together. And self-feedback, it's the thing what I start doing, making even my very first sketches when I'm trying to warm myself up and get this momentum and speed and something to work with. I'm starting to give myself the feedback, what's good, what's bad, what I can try next day or next few days. And it really helped to clarify your goals, long-term, short-term, mid-term, and to keep your focused, because you put this down on paper, you can reread this, you can build some more high-level ideas what you work on, on this week I will work with that, on next week I want to work with that. And it really helps you stay focused and progress, reflect on your stuff, and to achieve some visible changes, visible progress. I've started with that, I have these ideas, I have all this feedback, self-feedback, and I make this step, get this experience, make this step, get this experience, and in the end of the week or in the end of the month, you have something, and you have not just a bunch of sketches, you have a long, progress of your thoughts, experience, from doing, from thinking, from reflecting, and it's much richer experience, and it helps you to grow much faster. I think I can definitely recommend this to practice. And I have a question for you. If you are watched to this moment, probably you are really interested in this content. Please let me know. Maybe it's an aspect what you want to know more about this journey, or I have something what I never talk about, but you want to know about this. Okay, this was the week 4 and the end of the first month of this journey. I want to say thank you for your feedback and support what you gave me. Welcome everyone who joined me on this journey here on YouTube or on Instagram. It's a pleasure to journey together with you, and see you tomorrow.